The movie is about a fisherwoman in a small village who stinks. She's got a unibrow. Everybody makes fun of her. One day she's had enough. She goes to the local basket maker to commission a husband made out of wicker.
Very normal behavior.
That's the premise.
Obviously, it's intrinsically a very visual premise, and it just felt like it would be an amazing translation to screen. So that was a huge draw, and sort of the challenge of like, what would a Wicker Man look like? Was really exciting to us.
We read the short story and we thought we wanted to see this face in a close-up
Yeah.
and see what it would look like. Yeah.
But beyond that, like, sort of story-wise, it just sort of felt like there was a lot of meat to talk about society and relationships and misogyny and, dynamics.
It's a kind of a movie about marriage.
Right, yeah.
We're married.
We are.
We got to make fun of ourselves.
Which is
in
the
all the
most
different
fun.
married couples of the movie.
Right,
It was, yeah.
They're all us.
And then at the heart of it, there's this beautiful love story that we thought would be wonderful to see, and we hadn't seen anything like it.
Olivia, what was it in the script and in this character of this woman who's basically creating the relationship she wants? What was it about this story that really connected for you?
Well, I don't think she knew that she was creating anything other than wanting to retaliate against being ridiculed by the village. And particularly the tailor's wife, that they'd sort of had known each other all their lives. And there was some last straw moment where fisherwoman goes, please, can I have a husband? She just thought she wanted to, shake things up and piss everyone off. And then they fell in love. And then the village unravels because we had a better relationship than you did.
Or anyone ever in history.
What did you think you wanted to say about the dynamics of relationships and marriage?
I genuinely didn't. I don't think of anything very deeply. I just, I didn't think any of that. But thanks. I should have gone. Yeah. I just really loved the script, and I said earlier, I think it's in my top 3 favorite scripts I've ever read, and I just wanted to play her, and that's all there is to it. I thought this would be a beautiful film. I want to be in it, and that was it. Sorry.
Good enough reason.
Okay.
Peter, can you describe your character and what it was about
lovely.
him? He's lovely.
He's lovely.
What was it about him and this script that you were like, I have to play this role?
He's much like the fisherwoman. He's just a complete his own character. He doesn't abide by the rules of the town folks. He's an eccentric, flamboyant inventor. And I got really into weaving wicker on set. We had a really great tutor.
Peter made some baskets, and he's even weaving
In
a
my
basket
trailer.
in a scene.
And he's opened a shop in Brooklyn where you can buy his baskets now.
Really
It's
overpriced
called
baskets.
basket case.
Basket case.
Yeah.
They're really overpriced.
They're really overpriced,
Yeah.
but I have to pay the bills.
Yeah.
No, but it was wonderful. And it's part of being an actor is just going and doing strange things like that. Going on, like Olivia was saying, you're reading it and your instincts.
I learned to gut a fish.
Yeah.
That's right. You learned.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed it.
I did. I would have preferred, I think, making baskets. Sorry.
Yeah.
You learned a bit of
And you learned
stitching too, didn't you?
to pilot a coracle, a little boat, which you actually already knew how to do.
No, I didn't. No, I
Sorry,
didn't.
there's
Sorry.
boats
Sorry.
involved?
There's
There's boat driving?
There's a small boat
Called a coracle.
called a coracle,
Yeah.
and Olivia,
I loved it.
very small,
But
very
in rehearsal,
tippy.
I did it. I was amazing. And then on the day, I couldn't do it.
There was a current.
We
There was
realized that there
current
was a
to deal
current.
with.
Very sweet.
We also turned the coracle into a dance move, which is this.
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards for,
Yeah.
for the rap party.
That's a Lowell Crawley dance move.
I
To the
remember Lowell shouting directions of how to do it, and
Yeah.
he'd never sat in a coracle.
And you liked that.
That went down like a cup of cold sick.
I was a little intimidated reading the script. I knew I wanted to do it, and I was incredibly excited about playing this character, but he has a purity that scared me. I often gravitate towards like conflicted characters with like there's a darkness or like an internal struggle or some kind of weird dichotomy, friction. And there's a lot of friction in the movie, but none of it comes from the Wicker husband. He is just like pure and not naive, but just like he's just there. He loves his wife and is just like happy and sweet. So that scared me a bit. I didn't really know how to approach it. I'm so used to, at least, even if it's like a character who is ostensibly a protagonist, I often gravitate towards like finding some darkness or friction or something that like I lean into that because I feel like that's very playable. I felt a bit unmoored by this because then I was like, oh, not only is the character void of that internal friction, I also know that I have to kind of exaggerate everything, so I can't be completely real and natural in the scenes because, again, I'm wearing it's all prosthetics, so it's not CGI. I was wearing a full mask every day, a full bodysuit actually, glued to my face and body. And the way you move your face, you kind of have to exaggerate it a bit. So that scared me also a bit of playing these beautifully written scenes, intimate, quiet scenes with Olivia, where I can read every little detail on your face, but then I have to go like, "Ooh, really?" And that made me a little insecure because then I'm like, "Oh, shit, this is terrible." She's so good.
It's fascinating.
So I've been terrified the whole journey. It's been great.
And still.
I'm still terrified. Honestly, it was an incredible experience, and I loved the look of the Wicker husband, Joe and Sarah from Weta, true artists who created this look and created this character, and to work with them. They were there every single day, putting it on, applying it, taking it off, and tweaking it, and was incredibly fun, playful, and exciting. So I'd say, yeah, going into it, I was excited, but felt like it was different. I hadn't played a character like that before, but that's part of the allure, I guess, as well.
Elizabeth, the tailor's wife. Do we like her? What's she like? Let's talk about her and her dynamic with Olivia's character too.
We love her.
I really like her. And I really liked her when I read her because I think well, first of all, an actor has to like the character that they play. It's kind of the essential starting point. But I felt that the character that I read in the script was just this very complex, believable sort of, it's sort of a woman who thinks that she knows herself inside out very deeply. Her belief system is very set. She feels very comfortable in it. It gives her a sense of power in a society where women are subordinate to all the men. So she's climbed the rungs of the ladder and hit the ceiling, but she believes that that's enough. And then through the witnessing of the love story that the film is about, she has that whole internal system completely shattered and discovers that there's this whole well of need. And it's very, very human, I think, what happens to her. And how she responds to it, I don't believe, and I feel like I'm realizing now I'm going to have to fly this flag, I do not believe is villainous. I believe it's a very human response to having your whole world order sort of shifted and she's also a product of an extremely repressive environment. So when you sort of bottle somebody down that much, and then there's a glimmer of what a sense of a freedom to choose something else might be, it's going to completely disorganize your whole system. And you're going to be ferociously jealous of that. So I think that actually her response is extremely messy. And I know that I'm going to say that I empathize with her, but she's really doing her best to, in a system that is absolutely against her from the beginning. And so I loved playing her because I mean, she's a very grumpy, miserably unhappy woman. And I did feel that there were days on set where people would come up to me and say, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Because I too was having a lovely time, but I was playing somebody who, within the story, is probably maybe the saddest person there.
I think she's very relatable, and Elizabeth brought an incredible amount of humanity to this person, and we knew it from our first conversation.
Yeah.
She got it. She got it.
And that was hugely important because, you don't ever want someone to just be being the villain or whatever, Elizabeth understood it in her bones and we could tell, and it was oh, thank God, like, she gets it. She, she knows how to be this woman, and it's a character that I relate to. That I wrote it. Like I feel like very defensive of her in that way because it's not really her fault.
No, I mean, when I read the script, I thought, oh, this is an incredible sort of like fable about patriarchy, and these two women are this sort of like reflection of each other, and they challenge each other, and you get the sense that they've challenged each other since they were very, very small, living in the same village, and they've just sort of grown into these very different people. And I loved playing that with Olivia because it was just this kind of very, very fine thread of sort of tension and jealousy and rage, which was just so fun to play. And then I loved playing everything with the Wicker husband because he's sort of like this incredible, he's sort of like this dream thing that appears, that she hasn't even dreamed, well, nobody has because he's a magical creature, but, so I feel like my character sort of is the voice of the kind of structure of the village in a way. And so I loved the conversation I got to have as that character with these two characters was fun.
I just think it's like weird science. Kelly LeBrock. Yeah, that was you. I came here for the first time in 2012 with a film that changed my life called Tyrannosaur.
Yeah.
So for
Incredible
me,
film.
Sundance, Park City is a very special place.
Sundance does that. It does change people's lives, changed our
And
lives.
that's the only festival that really watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I have
station.
a million good stories.
The
Gather
station-
around. You have 4 hours. Yeah, I've been here. This is probably my 8th time, I guess, and it's so fun. But back in the day, I had a movie here, The Station Agent, in 2003, and it was before you could like email films and all that stuff. And the film wasn't done, and the cast and some of us got here, and the writer director's brother delivered the cans of film. He put it in the overhead in the airplane, and we were just waiting for the film. We didn't have the film, so that was in the real spirit of what this place is, like down to the wire, and it felt so exhilarating. And there was the other time where my mom and her friend, my mom visited, they were asked to stop staring at Robert Redford because it was making him uncomfortable in a restaurant. Sorry, Mom, but I love that story.
Well, congratulations to all of you. Thank you again for being here at the studio.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.